All right, let's take a look at lesson 13, experimenting, in unit 7. All right, so 13.1, satisfaction test. The dot plots represent the satisfaction ratings for two similar products resulting from a survey given to 5 randomly selected people who use product A and to 5 randomly selected people who use product B. The satisfaction rating is based on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is not satisfied, 2 is somewhat satisfied, 3 is satisfied, 4 is very satisfied, and 5 is extremely satisfied. So which product has a higher overall satisfaction rating? Explain your reasoning. All right, so if you look at product A has satisfied as the lowest, that actually had somebody choose that, and then one very satisfied, and then 3 extremely satisfied. Whereas product B had somebody who was somewhat satisfied, someone who was satisfied, a couple of people who were very, and only one person who was extremely. So product A had a higher overall satisfaction rating because the mean is higher. If you actually found that mean, you would have, let's see, 3, 4, and this is 15. So that will be, what, 22? Divided by 5, which is about 4.4. And then this one, you have 2, 3, 8, 5. So that's what? 18 divided by 5, which is 3.6. So that's a smaller mean, right? So it has a higher mean. Do you think that two different random samples of 5 people would lead you to the same conclusion? It might lead to a different conclusion. The sample size is really small, and we don't really know anything about the total population. So, probably not. It would probably lead to a different conclusion because the sample is so small. And again, we don't know anything about the population. If we knew that the population was approximately normal, then that would be helpful. We might be able to get away with smaller samples, but we don't know anything. All right. We are not going to worry about 13.2, but we will skip to 13.3. Get ready to experiment. Does counting while exercising affect your heart rate? Let's think about how to design an experiment to find out. So for another lesson, the class will be divided into 2 groups. One group will do an exercise silently. The other group will count out loud while they do the exercise. Which of these methods would be good for dividing the class so the results are based only on the counting and heart rate rather than other factors? Explain your reasoning for each method suggested. All right. The athletes in the class are assigned to the counting group and the non-athletes are assigned to the silent group. Well, that is silly because it is not random. And the athletes might do better on the exercise anyway, depending on what the exercise is. The teacher puts everyone's name in a bag and draws half of the names. The names that are drawn are in the group that counts, and the others remain silent for the exercise. That one is random. And everybody has the same chance of being selected. So that's not a bad idea. And then the tallest half of the students are put in the counting group, and the shortest half of the students are assigned to the silent group. Well, again, that's not random. And there could be other factors that affect the outcome. There's other variables that could be there. Who knows what height has to do with heart rate, right? There might be some kind of correlation there. Anyway, all right. Let's take a look at, do you think counting out loud will have an effect on heart rate? Probably not. There might be a little bit more physical effort to speak the numbers, but it probably won't make a measurable difference. All right, let's take a look at number 3. A treatment is the value of the variable that is changed between the two groups in an experiment. What is the treatment in this experiment? What is one group doing that the other one's not? And it's counting out loud or silent. So one group is counting out loud, the other group is being silent. How would you design an experiment to answer the question, does counting while exercising affect your heart rate? And I kind of like that second one. Put everybody's name into a bag, draw half the names. And so half that one group is in the one that counts. The other one is in the group that doesn't count. And then analyze the results using a randomized distribution. All right. And if you want to take a look at the summary to read a little bit more about experiments and another example, you can do that.